Hello, everyone. It's a new day for a new webinar. My name is Julien Benoit. I'm the head of customer success at Catenda. And in today's webinar, I will present to you and explain a bit about boosting your productivity with Dynamo integration in Bimsync. So it's a bit of a special one today because it's a bit more being geeky, I would say, because Dynamo is a tool for visual programming. So it's an interaction with the Bimsync API. So this today is a bit different in a way. So I will explain this to you in the coming minutes. But first off, I need to maybe give you a bit of context about Bimsync itself to remind you some of the main features. So Bimsync is a online tool available in your browser and giving you access to three main areas, I would say. The first one being the models, where you can access your IFC models and display them in your browser, so you can explore and interact with your 3D models there. The second part of Bimsync that you can have the benefit of is the document area, where you will find documents related to your project or not related to specifically your project, and you can store them, you can access and visualize them, and you can also make annotation on them, and it will be a topic for a further webinar. And you have, on top of this, you have what's called the collaboration. So it's issue management, and this is where you will connect models, documents, and everything around collaboration, questions, comment, requests for information, etc., etc. So this is Bimsync in a nutshell. So now the topic today is how do we improve productivity inside Bimsync using the hidden part of Bimsync that not everyone is aware of, which is the Bimsync API. The Bimsync API is available. So if you go to our website, catenda.com, you will find some information about our products. And in the product section, you will see API platform. And this is where you will find the details about our API and the main areas that it covers. And you will also find there, and it's very important, the online documentation about our API. So the API is divided into areas such as the main and the core REST API. You have the 3D viewer API, the BCF API, and the 2D viewer API. And if you scroll down and see about the documentation, you will find online everything you need to learn and use our API. And I mentioned this because that's the topic of today, is having the benefit of Dynamo, that is a visual programming tool, and allows you to use our API with this tool. So you don't need to be a programmer to use this, and this is what I will show you later on. But before we jump on the Dynamo side of things, some disclaimer first. This won't be a Dynamo training, so if you're not familiar with Dynamo, I will not cover the basics, so I will just give you some clues about what it does. And also, it's important that you know how the Bimsync API works, because using a tool, an online platform, or any other tool that is a SaaS platform, through the API is different than what you experience in the user interface. It can have some particularities, some stuff that is available in the user interface is not available in the API sometimes, and the other way around. So you need to make your due diligence and learn some stuff inside the Bimsync API, or you need to get some help. So what do you need? You will need Revit with Dynamo installed, because that's the way you mostly have the use of Dynamo those days. And you can also use Dynamo in the sandbox version, but you will still need to have Revit installed to have Dynamo on your computer. You also need the Revit plugin installed, because today that's how we identify you as a user in your Bimsync account. And of course, you need access to Bimsync project, and you also need the Bimsync package that I will show you just after. And it's on demand only. So you need to reach out to us, and we provide you. First, we check if you have access to the API, and second, we provide you the Bimsync package with some guidance, because as I will show you afterwards, the working in the API is a bit tricky, because basically there's no undo button. If you're making mistakes, if you're doing stuff that you were not planning, you can't really reverse it. So it's a bit of a binary area. It's correct or it's not. So for today, we are very cautious with delivering this Bimsync package. So it's get in touch with us, and we have a short session on how to use it. That's the best. So now let me go to the demo part and Dynamo and Revit. So as I said, here I am using Revit 2021. I have installed the Bimsync plugin, and that's the way I authentify myself as a Bimsync user. And now that I have this, and I have installed the Bimsync package, I can use Dynamo. So let me show you what's inside the Bimsync package as a start, and I will show you afterwards some examples of what you can achieve with it. So once you have the package installed, it's a generic package as for Dynamo, so you just copy paste some files in the correct place on your machine. As a first iteration, we didn't implement thousands of nodes. We have a bunch of them that allows you to do the basics. So the first one will be Bimsync session. So this one will handle the connection through the Bimsync API. And there's another one that will come in handy later on, that is give you a token and a authorization header. But we cover that later on. And then you will have access to basic areas such as projects. I will just remove this one for now. You will have access to models, and you will have access to members. So it's very basic. When you just connect this and run the script, as a result, you will get the list of the projects that are associated to your account, you're part of, in a way. And once you get a project, so if I say I will have a project, a specific one by name here, so I will also connect this and put, let me see, I think it's Dynamo Sandbox is the correct name. If I do this and run it again, yes, here I have the project. And then once I have a project, I can have the models. So then I will connect the project here and use the node for the Bimsync session and get the models inside this. Very simple, basic steps in a Dynamo environment. And we have, of course, we have some more here, like project details. So if I connect this one here, I will get details about who created it, etc., etc. So that's a very basic implementation of API calls in the Bimsync API. I can show you some example afterwards of how you can use it. And also, you need to be aware that we provide some examples in the package. So once you have the package, if we look at the root directory, you will find an extra folder with some examples to give you some clues about what you can do with this integration. So as an example, I will show you one that allows you to get your project also, but I will start to introduce a more advanced use of this package, because you will be able to use, thanks to another package, direct API calls. So you will extend the possibilities of connecting through the API with the Bimsync package, not only using these nodes here, and we will implement more along the way, but for now it's a very starter. But you can also use, thanks to a package called DynaWeb, you can make web requests. And that's what you really need if you want to get more advanced in the scripts you made inside Dynamo. So that's why I mentioned that you need to learn the Bimsync API so you're able to use this. So DynaWeb is available in the package manager. It's a brilliant one. It's very useful because you can build your API calls directly inside Dynamo. So in this example, it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm using part of the Bimsync package to connect to the account, and then I'm building API request thanks to URL and this DynaWeb package. And doing this, I will get an answer. So you see that web response content, you get JSON content answers, which could be also very handy because you can export the JSON file and you can feed a dashboard software to use this JSON file. So you see here, I get a JSON that I need to parse and get the dictionary components, and I collect basically the same as the other nodes. So that's, again, it's the very basic demo, and all the information you will need to do more with this, like building this string and building this call, will be available in this documentation. So the Bimsync API documentation, this is where you will learn how to collect members, users, project, models, etc. And every time you click on the call, you will find an example, and you will find what the URL must be, what the method will be, etc. So this is where you will educate yourself using the API. So if I go back to Dynamo, I will give you another example of what you can achieve, and it's about libraries. What I found really interesting with the use of the API is they can automate a lot of things. So you could automate the creation of documents, downloading documents, uploading documents, associating documents and objects, etc., etc. So in this example, I will collect from one project that I will find by its name. I will find the libraries in this project and sort them by type. So here you go. You see that in this project, let me zoom in a little, I have all those libraries. So it's BSDD documents and some embedded value libraries and classification. So if we look at this in the project, let me see. I'll show you how it looks when you're in Bimsync. Medical clinic demo. And libraries. So everything you find here in the user interface, that's what you collect in Dynamo here. So you can extract information, you can count, you can do a lot of things. There's no really the next limit for you using this, as every software, which would be the API limit. And yes, there are some limitation in our API. Another example, so you can basically do two things: collect a lot of information outside of Bimsync and do whatever you want with it in Dynamo, export to JSON file, attach things to Revit objects or whatever. And you can also push information and upload information, models and documents. So the next, and it will be probably the final example, I called it Models Toolbox as an example, as a demo. And this small script allows me to create models automatically in a Bimsync project and also delete models. So it's to show you that it can work both ways. So in this script, I have a specific Dynamo webinar project, and I will show it to you here. So you see for now, there is no models in this project in Bimsync. So what I will do, thanks to this API calls, I'm building a URL to collect projects and to post. So you see the method for the call will be a post call. So I will create things inside Bimsync. The list of projects is here. So I have 5 models to create. And let's run this. Here we go. So I see the answers. So if I update now the page here, I should see the model creations. And now it's done. So you see, this is the kind of interaction you can have. So that's also why we are a bit cautious with the distribution of this package. So please get in touch to have your hands on it, because we need to have a small chat about how to use it and things to do and not to do. Because as you see, it's interacting directly with your Bimsync project. And if I was making a mistake of having 10,000 of models in my list, because I was a bit messy in my Dynamo script, it would create 10,000 models inside Bimsync. So there's no it's a tricky area to be in. So we don't want people to be embarrassed doing things they didn't want to do. So I will do the other way around. Now I will freeze a part of the script. So the creation of models, I don't need that anymore. But the opposite, I will delete the models. So it's exactly the other way around. I will use a call that it's a delete call and run this, go back to Bimsync, update, models are gone. And there's no undo button. It's gone. You need to do it all over again. So this is just a simple example about models. But imagine if it was about IFC versions or documents, that could be a bit of a problem if you were to do the wrong thing. So we are, again, we will not make it public now. So it won't, the Bimsync package will not be yet in the package manager, maybe later on, but we need to learn from the usage and see what's possible and not. So we need to wait a bit before we make it public. So the best way to get it is to get in touch with us. And of course, there are plenty of examples of what you could achieve with this connection with Dynamo. I made some examples. That's some stuff I can send over to you as an example. There are already some available in, as I said, in a package. So if I just show you again what you have in here, in the extra folder, you will find a way to add members automatically, add teams, and add the members to the correct teams. You will be able to create models, delete members, get the issues, and query product. That's also a very interesting area. I can take 1 minute to show you this. You actually, through the API, you will be able to access the content of your IFC files. So let me see if I can find this. Yeah, product. So that's a very interesting area of the API as well, is you can actually collect stuff directly from your IFC files. I think that's very powerful. Okay, so it's a more, it's one that is a bit more advanced, but you will see what it does. You will query products that are IFC walls and IFC spaces. So as an example, I will run this one, and hopefully everything will be fine. And it's a bit more advanced because I made some integration with a data shape package, if I recall correctly, to select your model or your project. Here we go. So that's the kind of stuff you can do in Dynamo. I will select this project. Here we go. And let's see, what do we have over here? So here, I think I collect IFC space information. So here it's the level and the areas. And in here, I collect IFC walls, and I will collect some properties such as IDs and also property about external or internal walls, I think. Let me see. Yeah, is external. And of course, you can do a lot of things, and you can ask for the properties, dimensions, and all that jazz. So basically, once you have your answer as a JSON file, you can do whatever you want inside Dynamo and use this data for whatever use you want to have. So I could go on like this for hours. So let's wrap it up. That's the Dynamo integration in a nutshell. Quick reminder: what you need to make it work. Have Revit installed so you can use Dynamo. The Bimsync Revit plugin so you can authentify yourself. Bimsync project, of course, and the Bimsync package on demand. So get in touch with us. Get in touch with me. So the best way would be either an email, or I recommend you use this tiny red button. That's where you can get in touch with us and give us send us a message, and you will get your answer right away. So I hope you found this interesting. Please get in touch. If you're not Bimsync user aficionado today, just get in touch with sales. And if you want to get access to the Bimsync package for Dynamo, get in touch with me, intercom or email here, and we talk and we provide you the package so you can use it. Thank you very much for attending. Have a very nice day, and we talk later.